The policeman made some merit, but the leader still sent him to another place to work. The reason is that he works so well that others don't have a chance to express themselves. He didn't like it, so he wanted to see the attitude of his colleagues, but he has unexpected good luck when you get sent somewhere else. Nicholas. He was sent from London to a small town. This place is called a civilized town every year, but the bar is full of teenagers. He couldn't stand it, so he used his authority. What is your date of birth? February 22nd. Which year? Whatever. Get out for me. Are you 37 years old this year? Go out. What is your date of birth? Go out. On the way back, he caught a few more underage kids and a fat drunk guy. The next day, the fat guy escaped from prison. He ran away. Oh my God. Who escaped from prison? So, this fat guy isn't just a policeman, he's also the son of the sheriff. The police chief let this guy be his assistant so that he could learn more easily. He originally wanted to do many achievements in this town so he could return to the city, but the crime rate here is 0. He's normal except helping people find geese. There's nothing else to do. One day he finally encountered a thief. While chasing him, he skillfully jumped over all the fences. This fat guy wants to try it too. The thief was finally caught, but the strange thing is that the owner of the supermarket came to bail him. Even the police chief is extremely cooperative. The thief became innocent and was released. A few days later, he caught another actor speeding, but that person bribed the sheriff with checks and was declared innocent and released. The sheriff even said that he had to go and see how they act, but his performance was really bad. In addition to the bad acting skills, the sound effects are also created by the actors themselves. After watching this performance, he was also dumbfounded. Could it be? Is this the way to enjoy the art of this town? At the wine party, the owner of the supermarket said something that was half joking and half truth. That's to crush the heads of these two actors. People don't even pay attention. Only he finds this statement a bit weird. After the party ended, the two actors were about to celebrate, but were killed by a man in black with an axe. The next day the heads of these two were placed on the road, which looked like an unintended traffic accident. When the male lead is thinking, the owner of the supermarket just passed by. He told the identity of the two dead people. He feels this boss as the #1 suspect, but his colleagues thought he was overdoing it. Before the two sides finished talking, he was sent by the sheriff to the farm to patrol. There, they discovered an old man with a fierce appearance.
Mr. Webby, I trust you have a license for that firearm.
I don't really.
Just for this one? What do you mean by this one?
This time the two of them made a big achievement. They went to the bar to celebrate the victory. Danny even played blind, but the bandages were all ketchup. This game made the main male lead smile like never before. He picked up a beer and took a sip. The rich man next to him was also drunk. Afraid he couldn't go home, the owner of the supermarket gave a scary smile saying that man will not find his way home until tomorrow. The male lead is thinking about the supermarket owner's words. The sheriff came and told them to take the man home. Just when the two of them had just brought the man to the door and left, the man in black appeared again. He knocked the man into a coma and blew the place up. A large house was razed to the ground, but the next day it was considered an accident. All the police think that because he drank too much, he forgot to turn off the fire to cause this tragedy. The owner of the supermarket passed by with a smug smile that made the male lead even more suspicious of him. He went back to check the surveillance camera, but coincidentally, the camera broke last night. There must have been a prankster. One day, a reporter from the town came to him. He said that he had a clue regarding the owner of the supermarket, and arranged to meet the male lead at 3 o'clock to talk. But when the male lead arrives, the reporter was killed by the man in black. The head is crushed to the ground. This looks like an unexpected incident, but in the heart of the male lead, he clearly knows that this is not an incident. He researched the town's information in recent years and discovered that the deaths were all related to a land sale. Now only one important person is still alive, and that is the owner of the flower shop. He immediately ran to find out and learned an important information. The owner of the supermarket is indeed the one who benefits the most in this deal. The male lead turns the car around to get the notebook. Meanwhile, the guy in black has finished dealing with the mistress. He frantically chased after that guy. Even though he couldn't catch up, that guy's leg was injured while running away. He quickly ran to the supermarket and wanted to check the boss's feet, but after checking, he didn't see a single wound. Moreover, the surveillance camera also proved that the boss didn't go out. This time, the clue is lost. Is it all just an accident? How can the guy in black appear in two places at the same time? The times when he and the fat guy are eating ice cream together, he figured if there were two guys in black, this problem has been solved.
Back to the station, now!
He told the police that the killer must have had accomplices, but the sheriff said it was because he was too sensitive, then tell him to rest well at night. But the male lead just got home when he was attacked by the man in black. During the struggle, the man in black revealed his true face. That guy is the one who works for the boss. After he took down that guy, he took out his walkie-talkie. On the other side came the voice of the supermarket owner telling him to return immediately. The male lead hastily asked for help from the police, put down the phone unexpectedly. The fat guy is standing outside. He didn't think much and told the fat guy to watch the other guy carefully, then went to the boss's place alone. But after he arrived, he saw a scary scene. This group of people are cruel. They killed 5 people, but in order to be voted civilized town, they killed the other 2 actors because their acting was so bad. Killed the rich man on the pretext that he built the mansion so ugly that it didn't fit the style of the town. The reporter was killed because he wrote the newspaper too boring. Moreover, he often wrote it wrong. The reason for killing the flower shop owner is because her skills are too good, but she wants to move to another town. Our town doesn't have it. Other towns can't even get it. Those who hurt the town's reputation must die anyway, because tomorrow is voting day. And what made the male lead even more unexpected was that the police chief and his son were also in this group. He couldn't fight the crowd, so he just ran away. He accidentally fell into a cellar and found out that it was full of corpses. There are drunken thieves and other ugly people. There's also a group of disobedient youth. The town symbol of civilization was obtained by the sacrifices of these people. But he ended up being surrounded by those guys and got stabbed in the chest by the fat guy. But he's not dead yet. Turns out this guy is just playing a game like that at the bar. The fat guy advised him to leave because he couldn't fight them alone. He wants to go back to London to ask for help. But when he passed a supermarket, he accidentally saw images in crime movies, which gave him courage to eradicate evil. He returned to take all the old man's weapons, deciding to destroy this cruel town.
Morning.
The fat guy was also influenced by his righteous spirit, so he accompanied him. The 2 sides fought fiercely. Other policemen also joined his team one after another, chasing everywhere. Spectacular scene. But the most ominous are the people who come here to rate the town. They are also dumbfounded, not knowing what to write. Experiencing fierce fighting, he successfully controlled the gang, and the leaders in London also arrived. It turned out that the months he was not present, London had become a mess, so the leaders wanted to invite him back to work. But he doesn't want to go back anymore because he already has a fighting friend, that's this guy. The story ends here. Besides the laughs, we can say that negative thoughts have caused people to do inhuman things. The most perfect thing in life is to accept your own imperfections. Thank you for watching.